Hello guys, and welcome back to another video in which we'll talk about the 5 most epic moments from Alice in Borderland Season 3. This list is solely based on how hyped I was when I first saw each scene, not on the symbolism behind it or what it represented. Before we start, I have an honorable mention. I really liked this scene, and it was a tough choice between this one and the scene that ended up in the 5th spot. The honorable mention goes to the scene with 100 million flying arrows. The CGI in that scene was insane. Imagine being a player and seeing the entire sky fill with fire, knowing it will soon rain down on you. Yeah, you're doomed. There's no way you could dodge an attack of that magnitude. If Arisu hadn't spotted those hidden clues in the fortune, everyone would have died right there. Now let's start the list. The 5th spot is taken by Kazuya's sacrifice during the kick the can game, especially when he took his shirt off, revealing his tattoo. I was like, shit just got real. Honestly, after that display of power, I thought he might miraculously survive against all odds, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. Still, that scene delivered immense emotional impact. The mafia guy, who started as a villainous character, who would even kill to survive, began to grow fond of us and made the ultimate sacrifice by giving Arisu the can, ensuring he would survive the game. If you're wondering why Kazuya made that selfless sacrifice, it's not because of the goodness of his heart, but because of how his character was portrayed. Most of us probably assume mafia characters will always prioritize survival above everything else, but Kazuya was different. In Japanese media, Yakuza are often portrayed as people who live by strict codes of debt and repayment, even if it costs them their lives. Kazuya owed Arisu and the team for saving him during the zombie hunt, and he tried to pay that debt back, even if it meant losing his life. That's how Yakuza characters are typically written, relentless until completely destroyed. This is why he kept going and ensured Arisu survived. Moving into the 4th spot, we have the appearance of the Watchman. Even though I was ultimately disappointed by what his character represented, when that scene happened, I jumped off the couch with excitement. Not only was the main villain defeated, but we were actually meeting the person behind all of Borderland. If that scene didn't spark your interest, you must be lying. The slow fading figure emerging from the background, that was a classic move from the ultimate boss of the story. And he didn't just save Arisu, he stopped time around them so he could have a little chat with him. Yeah, for me, that scene definitely deserves the 4th spot. The 3rd spot is from the zombie game, when Rei asked Arisu which round he became a zombie, and Arisu nonchalantly said he was a zombie from the start. With this information, Arisu's actions take a 180-degree turn. Not only had he hidden being a zombie from the start, but knowing this, you can appreciate his genius in handling the girl who had been turned into a zombie and was trying to turn him too. Initially, I thought Arisu wasn't a zombie and had manipulated her, but then we learned he was a zombie from the very beginning. We all thought Rei was the one who was actually a zombie, and we only started questioning that when Ikeno played the game against her. After Arisu chased Nobu and played a game against him, even though we weren't shown the outcome and were only teased about Arisu's strategy, I expected him to accept getting infected. This way, he could save Nobu, Rei, and the others. I thought he had figured out a strategy that worked best for the zombies and started working behind the scenes to make it happen. But I swear, I did not expect him to be a zombie from the start. The 2nd spot also goes to Arisu, and in my opinion, is the most badass scene of Season 3. This is the scene during the train game, where Arisu is chilling with his team, while Usagi's team is struggling. That scene was pure aura farming. The discrepancy between the two groups was astonishing. Usagi's team barely survived, relying solely on luck. We saw the desperation on their faces when the train nerd revealed he had made a mistake, and the train model was different. They survived 2 rounds purely by luck. Their fear peaked when they wasted the last oxygen tank because they followed Usagi's instructions. What would you do in that moment, knowing you made the wrong choice and your death is inevitable? Meanwhile, Arisu's team was just chilling, like they were in an amusement park, not playing deadly games. That moment screamed aura farming and was the most badass scene of the season. And finally, the 1st spot, I think you already guessed, is the season finale scene, where we see the original cast return. Hell, I was even happy to see Naragi back. What do you think? Does Arisu retain his memories from Borderland this time and realize he's the reason behind Naragi's changes or not? Let me know in the comments. This scene was pure nostalgia, and I'm glad they included that fan service. Of course, I can't end this video without mentioning my goat Chisha, because I truly did not expect him to come back for this cameo, especially knowing the mental battles he faces in real life. And that's my list of the top 5 moments from Alice in Borderland Season 3. Which scene was your favorite? Did I miss any epic moments you loved? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear all your takes. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more Borderland content.